Hey everybody, so last episode we left off about to slam against some of these marauders, and well, here their fleet is, sitting on my, right next to Gomesia, so I think it's about to get pretty messy. It also seems like I'm going to cancel the upgrade because
project concluded.
my ships are just not going to upgrade in time. I can upgrade maybe some of the destroyers in time, so I broke them out into their own fleet, seeing if they can't upgrade in time. Yep, maybe just barely. And here we go. We have engaged. So I think they outgun us considerably, but we do also have a starbase here that might be of some benefit. And also, I'm going to start designing cruisers, which is the largest ships that I know how to make at the moment. They're not the largest ships, but they're largest that I know how to make. And I'm going to give them line tactics and afterburners and auxiliary controls. I'm going to deck them out. Mostly lasers. And let's roll 2 of these off the line right now. So it looks like my fleet is pretty thoroughly getting crushed. So I'm going to flee. And actually, let's not roll these out.
Tile blocker cleared.
Alright, so if we just got tile blockers cleared, I need to queue up droid and science lab and mining network. There we go.
Construction project concluded.
No, we've been filling in most of the gaps of construction that we've needed. This raiding fleet is weakening themselves on my starbase, which is good. So as soon as this fleet repairs up a bit, they'll be ready to defend once again. And they're fully repaired, so let's get to it. Let's get punching. Alright, so here is round 2, and I'm doing significantly better this time than last time. As you can see, I'm actually winning. And that's because I properly sort of utilized the starbase this time, whereas the time before the fleet sort of rode off without the starbase's help, and I lost the game of numbers. So I destroyed the raiding fleet. Some random people closed their borders to me, so I'll return the favor. I got some research. Afterburners or Durasteel? I'm going to go with Durasteel. And let's go ahead and this fortress is going to have to slowly repair. Oh, I still have my invading army. They're kind of in the wrong spot. Another thing I'm going to want to do is send Breek's researcher out to research the debris here, because there's a lot of good research projects from all that beautiful debris. And now I'm queuing up some cruisers. Some of the nicest ships I can possibly make. And they'll be rolling off the line shortly here.
System survey concluded without incident.
Alright, so Tirim, I just surveyed. Now I really need to get all the way over here and start surveying the few systems over here I haven't touched yet.
Shipwreck study. Fascinating.
So if you look at these shipwreck studies, I'm getting railguns, ripper cannons, regenerative hull tissue. I'm getting a lot of good stuff. It was worth the detour. And my fleet's going to be upgraded soon. And we'll have a much stronger fleet. And eventually I'll be able to... there we go, I can declare rivals on them again. One of the things that prevent you from declaring rivals is if they're pathetic in strength compared to you. They can't be your rival. That's not much of a rival anyway, right? So...
Shipwreck study. Fascinating.
So we still have a lot of damaged
Project
fleets
concluded.
here. But they're preparing for ship upgrades, and they're going to be repaired and replaced in just a moment. I just need to gain some more energy credits to be able to do that. Alright, so my science ship showed up over here, which allows me to survey some of the last few systems I hadn't had surveyed. This researcher just finished all of the Gomesia's special research. The debris over here, I guess it's autocannons. I guess I'll get it just because why not? So I'll just detour my ships to grab that.
Another scientific breakthrough.
I guess I'll, let's see. Regenerative hull tissue would be pretty nice. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I might as well grab that research. What that does is allows you to heal, oddly enough, heal your ships over time. So now I'm upgrading my fleet, which will take a bit, and then I'll head to Alpha Hydri to sort of reclaim that area. And I can clear the last of the tile blockers on
Construction project concluded.
that world. Med crash. Which is handy and nice, and I'm happy about. Now, if you look at the overall map, I clearly control the most territory. With a named vassal, which
System
is
survey concluded.
pretty awesome. I can just name them. I'm like, guess what? You're named after me. And they're like, okay, I guess. we have no choice, so... Alright, queuing up some surveying there.
Construction project concluded. Construction project concluded.
Claiming some more territory down here. Now the issue with this is, well, to be frank, I don't really care about some of these really small,
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
crappy
Research
solar systems that
concluded.
don't give me much. Because it forces me to go wide, but doesn't really give a lot of bang for my buck. I could try to colonize something, set it as an independent vassal. That'd be one way of going about it, but there doesn't seem to be a lot to colonize. I can colonize the ocean world, I guess. Yeah, maybe I go ahead and do that. That might be interesting. I'll colonize it with a droid ship. It'll at least be different, that's for sure. Alright, so my fleet is fully upgraded. I have a 6.5k
System
fleet now,
survey concluded.
which is pretty decent. That
Construction project
makes me somewhat more protected from those pirates. I'm certainly not immune. They could squish that fleet if they felt like they wanted to, but I feel a little bit more secure. Also, if you've noticed, my happiness is a lot higher. Some of my pawns are almost 100% happy just because of, you know, special events, paradise domes, etc., etc. You know, and as a result, those pawns are a lot more productive, which is very, very cool.
Construction project concluded. Construction project
Alright,
concluded.
now I have a 7K fleet. I'm going to head down to Alpha Hydri and attempt to clean out the swarms there that prevent me from exploiting those resources. I have about 4 more years until I can go to war again with the Bellicosa, or Belmacosa. Gotta get used to saying that correctly. So what I'm going to do here is claim some additional territory. So when I go to war, I have something to conquer, and I'm going to try to take all this to down here.
Construction project concluded.
That's a construction ship I no longer need.
Construction project concluded.
I can keep this construction ship here.
System survey concluded.
Looks like... Where'd my science ship go? I think one of my science ships entered a system that had enemies, so they
Construction
immediately
project
fled,
concluded.
which is a little confusing. Alright, so here's my robotic colony ship. Let's go ahead and have them colonize out here. Alcade Prime.
Missile blocker cleared.
Nimbus, okay. Send you back. A lot of spinning plates, irons in the fire, so to speak. A lot of little things are going on at once. Not that I can't keep track of them, but I'm afraid that I might not sufficiently explain what I am doing to you guys. But I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So right now I'm sending my fleet to reclaim all this resources, mining resources, etc. I have a science ship. Where'd it go? That's at Kurgos. Okay, good. It's all set. That's where it should be. So now I have my scientists assisting research. To Breek? Yeah, Breek does have like 1-2 science spots. And here's a little bit of combat. Me reclaiming all this mining stuff. It's not very difficult combat, but it's combat that needs to be done. It's also possible I go after the Rebellion Vortex there, too. I've lost some ships already. Reclaiming this. I mean, I thought I would. I didn't think it would be a walk in the park, but
System survey concluded.
It's not super hard. Alright, so we surveyed up there. Let's survey over here. Alright, so now we've
research concluded.
Made this area usable once again.
Construction project concluded.
We just got better armor, so it'd be worth upgrading our ships to use it.
Situation log updated.
And now we have the ability to research something at Alpha Hydri, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well.
Construction project concluded.
A lot of things going on right now. Alright, so my researchers got there. Let's do the investigate Hive asteroid research. We also have the ability to make star fortresses. I'm going to start to do it in my space station, but then I also want to do it anywhere I have a trading station too, because trading stations, are really good for my energy economy.
Construction project concluded.
Alright, so now I have the opportunity for a new tradition. So either I can do Supremacy, which would be pretty good. It gives me more star bases. Expansion, which can increase my unity. This also increases my unity if I have neighboring rivals. Diplomacy, which I'm not too keen on, because I don't think I'm going to be all that diplomatic. Or Prosperity, my economy is doing pretty good right now. I'm going to do Expansion. I don't think I'm going to be really using Expansion to its fullest, certainly, but
Construction project concluded.
you know, oh well.
Special project concluded.
Alright, so I got a bunch of societal research and energy credits for researching those weird aliens at Alpha Hydri.
System survey concluded.
I am just about done surveying all that I can. I'm curious. Yeah, there's a few places left to survey, but not much. There's certainly not much. I'm just about done
Research concluded.
with all possible survey. Alright, let's see. Afterburners looks good. Yeah, go Afterburners. Oh, I also was planning on, especially now that I no longer have ships currently upgrading, taking a look at my current ship lineup and some better armor, better attack computers. Those look good. Let's do the armor here as well. And that's pretty important. It's pretty important to keep your ships as high tier as you can, afford. So once I'm gonna send them to Gomesia and upgrade them again. All right, let's see about making claims. So I'm lacking some influence to make some additional claims, but
concluded.
I don't know. It's pretty good. I have some important stuff claimed. I just unlocked regenerative hull tissue, which is pretty cool. That will let's go ahead and ship designer. Let's just have these guys heal. So what this allows is it will slowly regenerate the health of your ship over time, automatically. So I'm going to replace afterburners with it, so that my fleet, when they're away and fighting, they'll heal automatically. It's pretty handy stuff.
Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
I also got wormhole travel. That's cool. I'm going to get advanced shields next. So wormhole travel allows me to explore the inside of wormholes. So this being one of them, I plan I'll explore next chance I get. Making some additional claims. This is why you really have to min-max your influence. If you aren't making a lot of influence, you should be. Let's see, are you worthy of... I'm going to make you rivals. Just because they neighbor me and...
Receiving transmission.
Oh, non-aggressive pact from a bunch of people. A bunch of people didn't like them, and all of their enemies just offered me non-aggression pacts for rivaling them. Which is kind of funny, I guess. Alright, so now I'm preparing to upgrade, yeah, there we go. Upgrade this fleet. It'll take a little bit, but they'll be pretty powerful once they're done. Even more so than they are right now. Guess there's nothing left to build here, but
Construction
science
project
lab, so I might
concluded.
as well throw in some science labs there.
Initial colonization phase commencing.
Alright, so they rivaled me back.
Construction project concluded. Anomaly found.
Ooh, found an anomaly. I haven't found anomalies in a while. This is why I mentioned really early on that discovery is really helpful early game,
Situation log
not so
updated.
much late game. Because late game, there's just not stuff to survey anymore. But early game, there's plenty. So, unless, of course, your galaxy size is enormous. Like, if there's always more frontier, yeah, then you are keep surveying. I tend not to like to let my games get huge because I find it more fun to fight sort of small and tight. But that's just a personal preference. Huge games are fun occasionally, but they take a lot of time, and sometimes they can be unwieldy, and for slower computers, they can actually be tricky to run,
Fleet enhancement supplied.
which is no good. Alright, so this fleet is fully upgraded again. And I'm going to roll them out towards
Another day, another
towards the
scientific
enemy.
breakthrough.
Alright, so let's see. What can I do for research? Biolab. Good old biolab research. Now, I think I should be able to go to war with these guys pretty soon. Yep, later this year. Just after Christmas. So what I'm claiming here is I'm claiming this strip here that they got from the Pros Naken. And then I'm going to get Boxon. And then these. So essentially I'm going to be able to control this whole stretch of land. Which is quite an important stretch, I think. It really cuts them off at the knees. Now looking at my progress here, if we zoom out, you can see there's a lot of infighting and there's a lot of wars going on, and different places are absorbing different territories. I'm very much being sort of left alone. I've only had one little war, and it wasn't all that hard to beat them up. So I gotta, I guess, count my blessings that I've had it pretty easy. But I did go big economy, big strong economy pretty early on, so I was not an easy target for these enemies.
System survey concluded.
The one thing I want to do before I forget is to get this weird Zavin Labs thing done. I have open borders with these guys because they like me. We're pretty identical in terms of ethics and governance and all that. So I might as well take advantage of those open borders and get that weird research that's off in the middle of nowhere while it's hot. Speaking of while it's hot, it's time to upgrade some star fortresses. Get the energy credits rolling in. So what I'm doing that here is I'm having it be a hybrid shipyard anchorage. Maybe I'll have it be a dedicated shipyard at some point, but I don't really have need of that at the moment. So now we are also able to declare war on these guys. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't think they ever really recovered from the last war, so this war shouldn't be all that hard. Be easy to beat them all up.
Construction project concluded.
So at this point, I am just continually expanding my territory wide. I'm about as wide as I want to go. Hopefully I'll be able to create vassals so that I can sort of narrow myself a bit. That's sort of the plan. Let's conquer their capital. That will have them give up pretty quick. The capital counts for a lot. So if we look at this war score, it's like 3% to 3%. Once I conquer a capital, however, that changes pretty rapidly. You're given a huge boon to your war score once a capital changes hands. Alright, so I conquered the station on their capital, but now I have to invade their capital. And their capital is actually really, really extraordinarily poorly defended. I'll just swoop right in there, and it won't be any. It won't blink of an eye. They'll be toast. My guess is they've been getting beat up by a lot of different people, so they didn't have much of a fleet from past fights. And that's why I'm able to just sort of clean up. I mean, this is not even a fight, I would say.
Planetary incursion initiative successful.
Yeah, I just captured their capital entirely, which was remarkably easy.
Special project concluded.
Superfluid materials. Interesting. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's head back and do some more
Construction project
surveying.
concluded.
As you can see, I do not in any way neglect my energy credits. I am fairly wealthy. If I needed to turn that into minerals, I could through the merchant enclaves. Oh, I see what's going on. Someone's getting raided. I don't know who this raiding fleet is going after, but I'm actually really not sure. They say they're going to Yultup, but I'm not exactly sure where there is. Alright, so some more research. Let's go hydro farms. No, actually, ecological adaptation. We got biolabs too, and I certainly have a lot of biolabs all over the place. That'll help catch our biolabs up, because it fell behind and stayed behind for a while.
Research concluded.
Advanced afterburners. Let's do engineering facilities. This gives us engineering 3 and 4, which is pretty swell, pretty awesome.
Construction project concluded.
I'm having a real easy time just sweeping through their territories.
Initial colonization phase complete.
I ended up getting this ocean world I wanted, which is great. Curious because basically they are me. I'm not sure I can
project concluded.
create a vassal. Yeah, I must be at peace to create vassal. So I can create a vassal. I just need to be at peace first. That's fine. This war is not gonna last too much longer.
Research concluded.
Got advanced shields. That's awesome. I guess I'll increase survey speed. I don't know. I'm sure there was a better option there for me to research. I just wasn't really giving it the attention to pick it. And really soon, if I do a status quo, I'll get everything I want. Because if I look at managed claims, yeah. The last one is the Mike, whatever it's called. It's a weird name. Alright, I have Mike. Now if I do status quo and they accept, ta-da, I have a crap ton of territory. I even have a stronghold that I don't want. The debris that they are offering is garbage. Oh, orbital research mandate. Okay, so let's see, orbital research. Let's go ahead and cheese this a bit. By building orbital research over territory I already have. Now I'm going to go blow up some ancient mining drones and void clouds to liberate some more additional territory. Eventually I can give this territory away. I want to keep Boxom because it has some rare resources there. But I can gift Beta Hydri. I can already gift Beta Hydri away. So let's go ahead and trade, transfer system, Beta Hydri. And I can probably transfer anything I don't really need. I'll just have to keep an eye on what that might be. Also, if I wanted to create a vassal over here, let's go ahead and planet summary. There isn't a species on this planet that can create a vassal. Yeah, that's kind of what I feared. So I'm just going to disassemble the robot and depopulate the whole planet system. I don't usually do a lot of vassalization, so I wasn't positive of all the nuanced exception, type stuff. So just I don't mess with vassals too much, but they're handy, they're useful, and they're worth messing with often. So now, as you can see, their empire is very fractured. They're missing a huge swath of their own territory right in the middle.
Construction project concluded.
Oh. Triac base is done.
Construction project concluded.
Same with the Breek. Ooh, bunker bot. Let me take a look at that in a sec. Scrap for parts, get engineering research, or continue the mysterious calculations. Let's continue the calculations. See where this ends up going. I like mysteries, even though the engineering research would have been handy.
Construction project concluded. Research concluded.
Alright, so these are top tier shields and top tier lasers. I'm going to do top tier lasers for now. It's a much faster research tree. Ooh, dimensional horror, that's good to know. It's pretty close within my borders too. I'm getting to a point where I might be able to actually take those guys on. Not quite yet, but I'm working towards it.
Construction project concluded.
Alright, I'm going to send another one of my scientists from Breek down here to research some of this stuff. Sort of considering terraforming worlds to fit my use. Super flare warning. Okay. I just don't have any good large worlds at the moment, so there's nothing really worth terraforming, unfortunately. So now I'm building up all these resource spots, but I'm planning on probably gifting them away. I just wanted to make sure I claim them rather than someone else claim them.
Without incident.
It's kind of a backwards way of going about it, that I'm spending my own resources to be able to give it to someone, but I'm okay with that.
Concluded.
Alright, med crash.
Shipwreck study.
Nice.
Fascinating.
Well, this is already being surveyed. Well, that's fine.
Anomaly found.
There's two fallen empires bordering one another. That's potentially interesting.
Construction project concluded. Construction project concluded.
A lot of projects finishing all at once. Yeah, I would say a I might even enter a trade agreement with some traders. Let's see, trade enclave for minerals, and I'll give them energy. And I'll be in the negative for energy for a bit, but that's fine. Because I can cancel the agreement whenever I want. Ooh, this system has a lot of
Construction project
minerals.
concluded.
The Belmacosa is still spitting mad at me, but that's exactly how I want it to be, right? Alright, so my fleet's just rolled up on these black hole protectors, and honestly, they're getting kind of stomped. The thing is, I had a bunch of destroyers and lesser ships that I needed to upgrade or replace, so yeah, I got stomped, but at least my guys, you know, they poked a hole in them, I guess. I don't know. Alright, back to the shipyard, and let's go ahead and make sure that we're cranking out the best possible cruisers that we can. So advanced shields, those are better. Top tier everything, top tier lasers. I am currently researching better lasers, but at the moment that's the best I can do. And I can't really afford many of these ships at all.
System survey concluded.
Well, Spyrim has a lot of minerals.
System survey concluded.
Now, part of the problem of why my minerals bounced back a bit because I had a rather large fleet I was supporting.
System survey concluded.
And also I'm getting some minerals off the trade deal, so there's a lot of different. Oh, perfect! I can declare them rivals again because I lost my fleet. Our relative power is not. I'm not overwhelmingly more powerful than them for the meantime, for like a hot minute, but still.
System survey concluded. Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
Alright, so let's change this fleet around. I'm not going to decommission any destroyers. I'll let them stay. But we will repair and rebuild what we can. Now, I wanted to figure out, before I finished surveying Lyram, to try to get some exploration done outside of their own territory.
Construction project complete.
So that I can get back there if I want to.
Construction project concluded. Fleet enhancement supplied.
Alright, let's poke through this naturally occurring wormhole. See what's on the other side. It leads to Enif. Which is where?
Construction project concluded.
This weird system here that I have no other knowledge of. Well, that's cool. I'll have to poke around that soon.
Research concluded.
Oh, nice. Lyrum has some transforming liquids that increase terraforming liquids that increase terraforming speed, which is nice and handy. I'll keep that planet. Ideologically, one of my neighbors can declare war on me. They're teeny and pathetic, and I highly doubt they'll do it. It'd be a very, very, very bad idea for them to do it. Which means, given how dumb the AI is, it's quite possible that that's what they do, but hey, I guess we'll see. Oops, alright, so also moving some leaders around. There we go. I have the best possible researchers on research now.
Construction project concluded.
I'm slowly building my my beautiful fleet back up that I sort of destroyed.
System survey concluded.
And then I'm going to send my ship to explore through that wormhole. I'm curious what's on the other side. I want to know. I can afford another starbase here. Got to decide if there's a good strategic location for it or not.
Anomaly found.
At the moment, maybe Ceramore.
Construction
Terraform that
concluded.
to Alpine. And then build a starport. So that will be my next planet I colonize. It's nice and big and kind of in the center, and yeah, that will be my next step.
Concluded.
Now I have some construction ships that are just more or less sitting idle. Oh, got an alien mural to translate. And they're more or less waiting to be given the go-ahead to construct in neighboring territories once I have access to those neighboring territories. So I want a rematch with this enigmatic energy hostile fleet. Feel a little sad that I lost my fleets in that way. Alright, let's go survey this system. Hopefully there aren't hostiles there that kills my scientist. You never know. Chances are not, but you never know. Yep, nope, there's a psionic entity over there.
Sustaining damage.
And the scientist died. Cool. Alright. Well, so that happened. Guess I'll make 2 science ships, because I have one scientist that doesn't have a ship anyway.
Construction
And I can send them out to survey. My good surveyor is dead, but no, there's really nothing to do about that now.
Research concluded.
Alright, so now I have even higher level Engineering. So let's go level up some of the engineering that I have got. And I'm about to sick my ships on these guys here.
Construction project concluded.
Curious if there's any, let's see, engineering. No, there hasn't really been any research that gives me better ships or anything. All right, so let's send these guys out to do some surveying. Where's the other surveyor? There he is. There's almost nothing to survey left. Either because I have already surveyed it, or the borders are closed to me and I'm not allowed to survey it. I guess up here.
Project concluded.
Up there works.
Construction project concluded. System survey concluded without incident. Construction project concluded.
Alright, this is probably enough to fight. Servasic became unavailable. What is that about? Oh, yeah, I was trying to teleport over there. And it stopped me. That's okay, I'll go to Yump. Their border's closed to me. It gives you like 5 years after a war to get out, and then the borders will shut down. And I didn't exit it in time. Or I didn't, rather, travel to it to do some exploration in time, I should say.
Construction project concluded. Construction project concluded.
I'm thinking I want to keep Spyrim and Lyram.
Construction project concluded.
It's funny given their names. I'll keep everything maybe down here.
System survey
I'll have to think about
concluded.
that. Do a cost benefit analysis of sorts. Let's also roll out a droid colony ship. I can start colonizing Saramore before it's even
Research concluded.
colonizable. Let's see. Railguns. I like to do energy and kinetic weapons so that I'm not...
Construction
There's
project concluded.
in a game of rocks, paper, scissors, shoot,
Research concluded.
I don't have this big gaping weakness that I only have one type of weapon. Fleet command limit or fleet capacity? Let's do
Construction project
capacity.
concluded.
Alright, my fleet's added again. Round 2. I don't know if I'm doing all that well. Oh no. I destroyed a ship, but they pretty much shredded me. I'm just really not giving it the proper respect it demands. So I'll speed the game up a little bit
Research
and
concluded.
get ready to actually fight them for real, not this like little fight. I have no idea why I'm doing anomaly research. It just stands out to me for some reason. Force of habit, I suspect.
System survey concluded.
Well, from the looks of it, looks like my empire is doing pretty well, despite the fact that I'm
Construction project
continually destroying myself on
System survey concluded
silly
without incident.
AI NPC type fights. I should really learn to avoid getting smashed in that way.
Receiving transmission.
That's okay, it happens. Alright, so I have a... Nope. Let's decline that. Orbital research mandate. Alright. That'll be pretty easy to do given that I'm about to head to Lyram. There seems to be a lot of orbital research to be done there. My ships here are mostly replenished. The weapons they're using are clearly pretty effective against whatever armor I have. Let's see, they're... Yep, cloud lightning. That will do it.
Research concluded.
And I just need to overwhelm them with numbers, really.
Survey concluded.
That's pretty much the way to do it. So I'm getting the 0-point module research that will allow me to have my best level reactors, but alas, I am out of time. So I'll have to catch you all in another episode. If you have feedback for me, drop me a line, and I will catch you all later. Thank you for watching, and adios.